And now I'm joined in the studio by retired IDF Colonel and Dr. Arik Eisenkraft, who until a year ago headed the medicine branch at the Chemical, Biological, Radiation, and Nuclear Protection Division at Israel's MOD. He's now Director of Defense Projects at Pluristem Therapeutics. Arik, welcome.
Thank you, Barbara.
Now, Pluristem uses placenta to treat radiation and other symptoms. Can you tell us about why it's so unique and what type of gaps it's destined to fill?
Well, if we start with the gaps, first of all, we don't have currently any field dosimetry. This means that in case someone was exposed to radiation, we don't know to what extent, and actually we don't know if he was exposed. And this poses a question: who should we treat? Mm-hmm. The next problem or gap is that currently used medications have quite a lot of side effects. So we really want to be sure that the right people receive them. Another issue is that they actually counteract only the white blood cell depletion, and so we still have problems with lowered levels of platelets and all other bloodlines. We saw that actually with our cells, the PLX-R18, we have a very nice and actually dramatic rise in all blood lineages. And in animals that were not exposed to radiation, we didn't see anything. So actually, it looks like a very safe treatment.
So no blood typing is required, right. And even if you treat someone who hasn't actually been infected, contaminated, no side effects.
Exactly, exactly.
Now, your primary focus obviously is on radiation, but would such a treatment be beneficial for chemical or biological attacks? We've seen horrible images coming out of Syria this week.
Well, we know that even though these threats are quite distinct and there is not a lot of similarities between them, actually the physiological effects on the long run, the long-term effects, are quite similar, and there are a lot of mutual pathways. So actually we do think that it is worth looking at that, and we do plan to look at that later on.
Interesting. And right now, what is available for chemical attacks? It's atropine?
Well, atropine is the antidote. That's the first line of medical response. And we do not claim that it should be changed. That's a very important part of our preparedness. But then we don't have good response to the late effects of nerve agents and other chemical agents. And this is where we think our cells can really help.
As a supplement?
As a supplement, definitely.
Interesting. Now, as former director of CBRN at Medicine at Israel's MOD, do you believe that Israel is giving higher priority than most nations to this biological nuclear threat?
Well, I think we do. And actually, if we look at the horrific images from Syria, everyone saw just yesterday, these agents were actually aimed at our civilian population. So this is a real imminent threat against us, and that's why we are on high alert, and we always look to develop simple yet sophisticated countermeasures. Now
tell us, where is Pluristem in this long drawn-out process of getting certification?
Well, we were very pleased to be funded by the NIH. They do think that we have something in our hands. So we finished the first phase of looking at the effects of radiation in small animal model, and now we are waiting to receive the results of the large animal studies. And with these results at hand, we may continue to the pivotal study, after which we can get approval of the drug.
Now tell us about this two-animal rule, the small and large animals, monkeys and mice?
Usually, but not always. In case we cannot test our treatment in human beings, we don't intend, of course, to hurt anyone.
Sure.
The FDA has the two-animal rule, and this means two animal models, a small animal model and a large animal model. And if we are successful in showing the effectiveness and the safety of our treatment, then it may be given afterwards to human beings in case of a catastrophe.
Arik, I thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hearing more about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.